Welcome back to this episode of EquiTea. We are talking about equity in motion, where access meets opportunity.
From Disney Imagineering to the Women of Color Action Network Conference, this is exposure, leadership, and real impact, okay?
Yep. I'm Maddie Mendivas, your Student Success Advisor and Disney Imagineer enthusiast.
Yes, and I'm Anise Mitchell, your Coordinator of Student Success and Equity. Honestly, founder of Shade Sisters, which we're going to dive into a little bit later, and your go-to for community building, connection, and just being live.
So let's get into our first pour. All right, y'all, before we get back into this quick icebreaker, if your college journey was a Disney movie, what would it be and why?
If my college journey was a Disney movie, I just have to say Tiana, like Princess and the Frog, just because there's a lot of transformation happening. I'm eating really good food throughout the journey. And I just love like that one song with Mama Odie, you know what I'm saying? She's like, let in the light cheering, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna take it. Yeah, so that's my vibe. Or, I don't know, come back to me. Yeah, that one.
I think mine would be Aladdin because, I start off, at the bottom of the totem pole and I rise to be the king of Agrabah.
Right, like he was a street rat.
I was. And now look at me.
King of Agrabah.
King of Agrabah.
King of SBS. All right, awesome. So now that we're warmed up, let's pour into today's conversation. Today we're talking about experimental learning, really bringing that magic with us, going to the magic, exposure, and what happens when students step outside of the classroom and into real world opportunity. Okay?
Yep. We're highlighting SPS students who recently participated in the Imagineer STEM Tour at Disneyland, getting hands-on exposure to innovation, creativity, and careers that many of our students don't always see themselves in, all while enjoying the park during spring break.
It was hot, y'all, but we made it work and it was a vibe. So let's get into it. Let's get behind the scenes, okay?
Yep.
Welcome to this episode of EquiTea and SPS Goes to Disney.
This wasn't just a trip. It was exposure in real time. Students stepped into spaces where innovation meets creativity, where STEM becomes tangible, and where career pathways feel a little more within reach. For many of our students, this is what it looks like to see themselves in rooms they may never imagined before, and to realize they belong there.
Maddie, what was your favorite part of the Imagineer Tour?
So we're actually not allowed to do any type of filming or photography while we're in that room. So having that feel of behind the scenes and everything, and collaborating, watching the students create, doing teamwork and all of their own skills and the tools that they're provided during this workshop is absolutely amazing to watch.
When the actor's coming up,
So we are tasked with being millionaires, investors. Yes, and we are tasked with being these millionaire investors, and our students have to
45-second elevator pitch.
Yeah.
Inbox me. We're gonna be spending money how we want. I'm Paul Abdul.
I'm Simon.
Let's get it.
On a magical day at the Disneyland Resort, our guests were strolling through Bayou Country. Along their journey, they ran into Naveen in a magical moment called Bayou Party. This magic fully immersed the guests into a story where Prince Naveen comes out as a frog and transforms into a human. He is out on the water on a lily pad. Water covers him, and the actor switch is made. They bust out into singing and dancing. Tiana comes out.
And the best way to understand the impact, hearing directly from the students who lived it.
All right, so we're not sitting down, but out and about with Belen, one of our SPS Disney attendees.
So, Belen, tell me, what was one moment from the Disney Imagineer Tour that really stuck with you?
What really stuck with me was the workshop that we did when we were there.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really cool to see all your guys' creativity. I wish we were able to record it, but I totally get it. Disney didn't want to give no previews.
We were on the hush hush.
No, not only that, the one where we did where we had to have sponsors, remember, to do the update?
Oh, yeah.
I love that one.
Honestly, as the judges, because me and Maddie were multimillionaires that day, and we had to invest in some of our students' presentations after that workshop. And I thought it was really cool how you guys committed that water. The water throwing, I thought we were on an episode of Baddies, TBH, but make it Disney. So before the experience, did you see yourself in spaces like the Imagineer Tour workshop? Because we were in their actual office. What did that feel like for you? What did it do for you?
It actually opened my eyes to my mind to a lot more. There's a lot more out there in the to do, like, and then there's so much to do with the workshop. Like, you see how much they put into everything that they do. So that really opened my eyes. And I was just telling Maddie not that long ago that I'm thinking of switching my major to doing something like that because I really liked that.
Yeah.
That's so funny because that actually answers the next question. How did this trip expand your understanding of possible career pathways? And you just talked about changing your major to a STEM major.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been thinking of doing it. Like, honestly, I'm really like going for that because I just liked how like they were trying to, or not how they were trying, but how they actually do all those works.
Yeah.
Like, and it's really fun, and I had a lot of fun. I wish I had more time with that.
No, I definitely feel like Disney. It was a little like there was a lot of walking involved. Okay, we did not get to enjoy the AC of that like background stuff.
The Tiki Bird Lounge, I did like that.
Dope.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool to even see like as chaperones how you guys were looking forced to work together. Like, did you know the students in your group like that? Because it seemed like y'all were like girlies at the end of the group, right?
We didn't know them. Like, I didn't know them at all. But they're like, oh yeah, we just teamed up. You guys put us with the right pair, I guess. Like, I don't know.
The vibes were vibing for real. So, what does being in spaces like that to you mean personally? Like, I know you said like, you know, I'm thinking about changing my major to fit that career, but did it do anything for you? Like,
it brought more back of like the kid in me, you know. I was like, you know, like it was like new stuff, like new things, and like just a lot of stuff that I knew that I was there, but it wasn't really there. And like now being there, I was like, oh, like I really like this, and I want, like, you know, that's something I want to go for. So.
I love.
All right, Belen, we're gonna come at you fast right here. So quick hits for your field trip. One word to describe your experience.
Very exciting.
That was two
That
words,
was
but
one
we're
word,
not
but all right.
exciting.
We're over
Exciting.
What was your favorite part of the trip?
The workshop.
Yeah.
Something that surprised you.
You know what? What was that? I got lost a lot of times. So I want to say the Star Wars ride.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, let me find out that one. Really, yeah.
Shook you.
Yeah.
Shook ya.
Girl,
Got
you
me.
know what surprised me? Tiana's Bayou. I was surprised that I was wet from head to toe. Oh my God, I'm so.
And I was trying to do that though. I was trying, like, I swear, but the light was just so long.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what?
All right, well, thank you so much, Belen. This has been a little quick hit with one of our SPS students. See you guys next time. All right, we're back at it again with our last highlight real quick. Isaiah, he's going to talk a little bit about his Disney experience, right? So what was one moment from the Disney Imagineer tour, right, that really stuck with you?
Like the process of when we made the, what was it, like our own Disney castle. That was really interesting to me, like how with using AI technology we can make a different like little firework.
Yeah,
scenario.
and it was all squad in action too. I thought that was dope for sure.
That was cool.
Definitely team effort. But before this experience, did you see yourself in spaces like this? Like, and if you didn't, like, what shifted for you?
I mean, I didn't really see myself, but what shifted to me is using more like creativity, like using my own type of creativity to see what type of like possibilities I can make with like the little scenario for Disney.
So what does being in a space like that mean to you personally?
It means personally to me, it means that with teamwork and with effort of having like a team, that there's like many different ways you can create something new, and with that team, especially being a team player or like having a big team, you can just make anything different.
Right, and that was really dope to see your guys' like teamwork come alive, you know, at the end of that tour. So what was something that you learned that you're taking with you from the Disney Imagineer tour?
That creativity is very important.
Yeah, and it's present everywhere, right? Like sometimes you don't think it's in science, but they got science behind that magic castle.
You got it.
All right, let's get these
All right,
quick
Isaiah,
hits.
we got these quick hits right here. So there's like fast-paced questions. So whatever first pops in your head. So one word to describe your experience.
Amazing. I really, as a first timer going to Disney, it was really awesome. I think Disney is really cool. Honestly, the only downside about it was probably just the waiting times, because man, those
Spring break, dude.
being to the
Spring
ride.
Spring break in the
Right?
heat.
Yeah, it was hot.
How many rides did you get on?
Like 4. I only got to be able to get on 4, but
That's
it was an
impressive for a
amazing.
Disney day.
It was an amazing experience. Definitely, I would do this
Yeah.
again. if I had the
Awesome.
opportunity.
All right, our last quick hit. What was something that surprised you at Disney?
Actually, it was the Imagination Tour. I think we got an inside look of it, and I thought that was really cool because not a lot of people get the opportunity to. and with SPS, that was really cool to go. And
I thought it was really dope how they even like, I didn't even know where we were going at the time. Like it looked like we were walking towards a random wall and I'm like, where are we going right now? And then he's like,
Yeah.
"Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo."
We're gonna
that
look at
was
this
really
wall.
cool.
Right. All right, well, thank you so much for your time and going on the trip, Isaiah, for real.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
That was an amazing trip. 10 out of 10.
You might see him on our podcast come fall, but we're not going to spoil that. Stay tuned.
Shout out to SPS.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Here we're actually here with Diego. He's actually one of our chaperones on the Disney trip. So, Diego, tell me, what was one moment from the Disney Imagineer tour that really stuck with you?
I think for me, there was a moment where one of our student attendees, he shared that this was his first time attending Disneyland. And he felt a little guilty about it because he's like, oh, I haven't been here, nor I haven't brought my kids, you know. But that experience himself motivated to continue pursuing his career goal in cybersecurity to then be able to provide that experience for him and his children.
And what do you think about our students when they actually, like, they can possibly, like, see themselves in spaces like this? What do you think would shift for them?
I think it's very important because when they're in spaces like this, they do get to see the behind the scenes and the activities that they were able to do at the Disney event. I think gives them not just the tools, but also the technology and also the importance of mentorship and internship opportunities. And we can begin to have that conversation with our students, right? So I think as we expose students to these STEM pathways, we'll be able to explore those opportunities.
Totally, absolutely. Did any of your students tell you what it meant being in a space like that meant to them personally?
They were very excited, you know, they didn't have to verbally say it, but just seeing the smile and even being able to catch them through the different parts of the park just lets you know that this experience was very impactful for them.
Awesome. And what's something you learned that you're taking with you, or what do you think that's something that they learned that they would possibly take with them in their future goals?
I think one thing that definitely came up is that college is an experience. What you make of it, the more that you put in, the more you're able to get out, right? So all these students who were eligible to attend this trip, it's an experience that you wouldn't naturally assume is part of the college experience, right? So for Barstow Community College to be able to offer this experience for our students, lets our students know that the more they immerse themselves with campus activities, clubs, and events, the more they'll be able to get out of that experience and make it a fun journey while they're here at Barstow Community College.
Shout out to SPS. All right, Diego, I'm going to hit you with these quick hit questions. So what first thing that comes to your mind? One word to describe your experience.
Exciting.
Hey, so favorite part of the trip?
Seeing the smile on our students.
There you go. Something that surprised you.
Something that surprised me, okay, I have to think about this one. The food.
That beignet chicken sandwich, y'all, I'm telling you, it slept on.
The food, yeah.
The food was great. All right, y'all, so this has been Diego, one of our Disney chaperones, and join us next time on EquiTea. What we're seeing here is bigger than a moment. It's students building confidence, vision, and real career capital.
All while having a jolly old time at Disney, right?
Yeah.
I know y'all see that. Look at them. Happy as heck. Okay, but that same energy did show up in a different way for our Shades of Sisters students at the 2nd annual Women of Color Action Network. Let's go behind the scenes, y'all. WOCAN created space for our students to be surrounded by powerful women in leadership, reminding them that their voices, their stories, and their presence matter in every room they walk into. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and hear from some of our SOS girlies.
Let's hear it.
What's one word to describe your experience at WOCAN?
Excitement.
Wonderful.
Inspiring.
Amazing. Amazing?
Yes.
Okay, what's one thing that you took away from today?
The one thing that I took away from today is that equity matters. Equity is everything. This is something that we should be practicing in all the workspaces.
Don't be afraid to be you.
There are a lot of women of color in higher educational career environments that it actually surprises me because the director of Mount SAC went to San Diego State for criminal justice degree, and I'm going to San Diego State for my criminal justice degree. So hey,
Okay,
we got
so
that.
what was one moment or realization that you had today?
The realization that I had today is that the things that I am going through, other people are going through too. Things that might have brought me down, that there's an opportunity to lift myself up. And when I get up there, to bring somebody along with me.
Yes, thank you, Monique.
I learned that it doesn't matter what shade of color you are. We're all sisters in here.
Period.
Be more out there. Don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone.
All right, what's one message that you want to send to a student that might be thinking about it, but they're not sure, like these activities or conferences or opportunities
Just
are
do
for
it.
them?
Don't be scared. Just do it.
Please attend. Like, it's very impactful and powerful. You will walk out of here learning something. Like, you will have taken something away from this experience.
I feel liberated. This was interesting. This was very interactive. It felt safe, comfortable, but it was great.
She said, I'm not doing one word, honey.
I'm doing it all.
I know y'all seen how hype we were, okay? WOCAM wasn't just a moment. It was live learning through sisterhood. It was liberation. It was joy personified. And yes, we were definitely out here flexing and representing, okay? Not only by volunteering our time to make WOCAM happen, but even to the point where our big sis Percy busted out the splits during lunchtime, y'all. A time was had to the max. And that kind of energy, that's what turns moments into launches. And for our ASG students, that energy showed up as leadership and advocacy at the next level in San Francisco.
Hi BCC, this is Noel. I just want to show our student vibe tribe on the experience that we get to go through as being part of the associate student government. And throughout this video will be between 3 different conferences that I will be attending within this next 1 to 2 weeks. You guys will see the professional development that we go through, how we network with others, and just the overall experience.
Hi everyone, it's Jessica, your Director of Student Life, here to talk about what's next. Our ASG students took the same confidence and stepped into General Assembly, where student voices help shape real policies and decisions impacting campuses across California. And they didn't just attend, they led. They presented and successfully passed a resolution supporting the creation of dedicated affinity spaces statewide, helping ensure that groups like SOS have a place to call home on campus. But it wasn't all business. We also had a moment to celebrate. Our very own student trustee, Valerie Pamphil, was honored with the 2026 Board of Governors Student Leadership Award for her advocacy, making an impact on our small town and beyond. Let's check it out.
As a student trustee as well, and she has taken her advocacy all the way to Washington, D.C., representing community college students at the National Legislative Summit. To the Chancellor's Office Black and African American Advisory Panel, helping us lead in terms of our priorities for African American Black student success. If we could give Valerie a big round.
Wow, thanks Jess, and thanks ASG for always showing up and showing out for all of our students.
Yeah.
So as we steep into all these stories all semester long, let's give y'all a little bit of a taste of what's brewing here at BCC. Main thing y'all, ASG elections are coming up. So if you ever thought about student leadership, advocacy, or just wanting to make a change on campus, this is your moment. So get involved, run, or support someone who is.
Yes, and beyond that, right? We've got programs that are creating real pathways, as you guys have seen literally throughout this entire episode. From SPS to SOS to ASG. That's a lot of S's, okay? Like, we're really doing that in these leadership spaces, all right? So tap in, stay connected, and really don't miss what's available to you or what your calling could be, because you never know, right?
Yeah.
Hey y'all, you know we definitely couldn't close out this episode of Equity in Motion without telling you the motion that's happening on campus. So if you haven't heard, April 8th is going to be our Community Wellness Day from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can drop in anytime at the James R. Park Gymnasium and discover local health and wellness resources, network with all of our community partners, and enjoy free lunch and giveaways while supplies last. For the early birds, they're going to get the yoga mat, okay? So for the first 75 attendees, they'll receive a free yoga mat courtesy of the Mindful Space. So make sure you guys drop in, take advantage of all the wonderful resources and fun activities, bring the kiddos, bring the family, and enjoy a great time at BCC. In addition to this, if you guys haven't had the chance to drop by our Donuts with the Deans, okay, this semester, make sure you guys check out our very last one happening on May 4th from 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. I feel like that fits the vibe of our episode, May the 4th be with you and our deans. Okay, shout out to Disney. Again, drop by, no pressure, no agenda, just free donuts, real conversations, free cocoa, free iced coffee, free 99, all the things. So make sure you guys pop by, meet some of our wonderful deans on campus, and close out the semester with a little razzle dazzle. Yay! Before we wrap up, you know we gotta do our favorite segment, okay? Give me five, but make it Disney.
Absolutely,
Yes!
make it Disney.
So let's pop in our student vibe tribe in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to Give Me Five with Cindy and Noel. As you guys can see today, we are at Disney.
And today we're coming at you with 5 quick hits from this episode. Number one, from classroom to cast members. Our SPS students didn't just get to come to Disney, but we also got to go on a STEM Imagineer tour where we got to see these real careers in action.
This is what real career connections actually look like.
Number two, exposure builds equity.
For many students, this was a trip about first.
First time visiting Disney,
First time seeing STEM careers up close.
or even their first time imagining themselves in a new place.
Number three, experience is the real souvenir.
Students walked away with more than just memories. They learned new networking skills, industry insight, and new confidence.
Along with support in transferring, internships, and workforce development.
Number four, Sisterhood at WOCON. If you haven't heard yet, our very own Shada Sisters will be attending a powerful Women of Color conference. We learned about leadership, healing, and growth, and most of all, that we belong in these spaces.
Number five, community is key. Whether it's SPS or SOS, these programs have shown and proven that when students are seen and supported, they will thrive. Here at BCC, this is not extra, it is important.
This has been Give Me Five with Cindy and Noel. Catch you guys next time.
Wasn't that magic, y'all?
Literally, I know they were getting them steps in because they were at all kinds of locations throughout that park, okay? So give it up.
Glistening, sweat, dewy from all the
Dewy.
steps.
Yes.
But before we wrap up today, Anissa, let's make sure you guys know that you need to spill the tea with that feedback form. The link is in the description.
Yes, we want to know who you want to have on. Maybe you want to be on. Maybe you want to be part of the podcast, right? The behind the scenes, replacing my girl Sydney, graduating this year. Wrap up before I start to cry. I'm sorry. Don't look at me.
Because remember, y'all, it's not our podcast. It's our podcast.
Yes.
Because this space is for y'all, so it helps us shape it.
Yeah, so again, thank you guys for listening to another Steep of EquiTea, where community is always on the menu. Until next time, keep sipping, keep sharing, keep showing up, right?
Absolutely. I think of that song in which you're just like, keep showing, keep
Yeah.
smiling.
Bridesmaids? I love that.
But don't forget, our next episode drops on April 20th,
Yes.
From Court to Community, a day in the life with tea with a trustee, where we go behind the scenes with athletics and sit down with real conversation with trustee Yolanda Minor.
Yes, and she is a firecracker, y'all. So again, 420, dropping at noon.
Stay tuned.